Hold on, guys. This is something I didn't think would probably be a problem, but as of recently, apparently it is now. I'd like to talk about the term stacking. Now, stacking is when you get a team, where you stack a team up. That's pretty much it. That's the whole point. So, the thing that gets me, there's a lot of little whiny boo-boo babies on TikTok and Twitch, big streamers, that are crying over the fact that people are stacking teams. Now, it may be satire, but it seems all too real that their complaints are serious. Kind of makes me miss the days of just complaining about aim assist and mouse and keyboard. That was a simpler time. But no, now we're having to argue over people using a team-based game to play with their buddies. These are the same type of people who pretty much are crying over the fact that they will 1v4 people, which they are usually pretty skilled and they actually know the game pretty well. But they're going to bitch at somebody who had a team of 4 and they're wiping the floor with them for a minute. It's because it kind of lowers down the expectation of how good they are in their minds because, I mean, they're already good, but I don't know why they think that 1v4ing and getting your ass stomped by a team is a problem. Most of it's teamwork. If you have an issue with playing quads and people being grouped up in a quad and actually being stacked, play solos. Makes more sense. You can go clear out a whole entire room that way. But it doesn't look good for views, does it, when you're just doing what everybody else does when they play in solos? Then you would have to deal with other sweats that are just like you, and you got the same chance for somebody to come up and just, as I would call it, be a vulture and vulture a kill. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm not that good at Call of Duty. I play it on the off chance pretty much every other day or whenever I get a chance with a couple of buddies of mine, and yeah, we'll stack up. And that's how we have our fun. When we're done playing Warzone, we stop and we get on private match, make up some really goofy builds, and try to see who gets the most kills that way. Of course, most of the nights we're just screaming and cussing at each other, calling us cheaters, even though it's just us 3 and none of us know how to put hacks on a console, and basically us just slapping each other by the end of it. What ends up happening, when we start losing, somebody likes to go to their meta build, and then they start shooting everybody else. But I honestly thought it may have been satire at first, and then it just came too many, more and more each time, and it just got like oversaturated on TikTok. The amount of videos I saw of people complaining about stacking. In fact, I can give you a few examples. I'm pretty sure as soon as I put stacking problem in Modern Warfare 3, there'll be a plethora of people complaining.
Is it just me, or has stacking gotten way worse with the new Warzone?
Let's stop stacking in 2024. This is a problem. Exactly. What the frick is that?
Oh my goodness!
I think the biggest issue that I'm seeing from a lot of this is really coming down to streamers who like use VPNs, Cronus, and all sorts of other little nicks to try to get these wins all the time. Because if they try to say VPN isn't cheating, well, no, technically it's not cheating. I don't consider it sportsmanlike. And for the reason being is you're going into other countries where their ping is going to be so horrible, you're just going to wipe the floor with them purposely. Or bot lobbies they like to use. And then when they're not in a bot lobby and they get pretty much exposed out on it by having actually 1v4, that's where the bigger issues come from. Now, on the topic of stacking, I think some of it's misunderstood, and it's not actually the word stacking, more camping. Instead of actually just trying to have a vantage point or trying to move with the gas, kind of get away from things, yeah, camping. That's basically my biggest problem. They will camp the tall buildings out to camp gas or camp loadouts, camp everything that they could possibly get a hold of, essentially. Buy stations. They'll camp buy stations, which it's not really, fun. When you're getting a complete team of absolute ass camping these things to get you just because you're going to get your loadout. And one of those clips, actually, the gentleman would ask for people to stop stacking and doing that in Resurgence because it's not the same. While, yeah, you do get to come back more often, I still don't see the argument about stacking. I guess he just wants it to be easier for him to get kills because he probably only plays Resurgence. But the thing is, it's still Warzone. It's still Call of Duty. It's still a team game. So stacking's still a thing in that. The problem I have is the main thing that he was talking about was showing campers. Basically up top, they'd be on top of a building, all using snipers. Really what it is usually 2 snipers, 2 rushers. That's what I call it. Because you have 2 guys sniping, and they'll make a call out for somebody to rush. Now, we do that to an extent, but we're not all in the same building. We'll have me helping out with, say, 1 sniper. Another guy will be with the other sniper on a completely different building, and we're just trying to get the vantage points to drop people. That's about it. While, yeah, you could probably call it camping, at the same time, they're snipers. I'm running and gunning. I'm at the bottom trying to clear out people. They're making calls to see if I can 1v2 or 1v3 a team. That's about it. There's not much more to it. Now, no, we don't make a lot of wins, but when we do get those wins, I mean, we're still stacking 10, 15 kills with that. There's ways to, be strategic with it. Now, yeah, a lot of people are not going to, really agree with the way I play, but that's fine. At the same time, I'm not making these complaints that stacking's a problem. I'm not making complaints that keyboard is 100% a problem. Keyboard has advantages against the way I play. So I just take crossplay off. It's a lot easier. Same thing with these people. They either take crossplay off because they're probably going to complain about console. They also need to go ahead and just play solos if that's going to be an issue. Maybe even duos. Maybe quads ain't for you. Play something with less players so you can have less to bitch about. Well, this is all a sad scenario to, all around anyway, because Activision pretty much had a shit fire as soon as it came out, and now it's just trickling down. And while the game itself is getting a little better online-wise, and this is something I did not see coming, I just don't see that we're all on the same page with the difference between stacking and like camping, stuff like that. I think overall the games just need to play it. That's it. Find something you like in the game and enjoy it. Because that's the thing about me and my buddies, we don't play Warzone all the time. We play Gunfight. And it just seems sometimes we get good matches, sometimes we get bad matches. And overall, it's just kind of a, a random thing to happen. But yeah, if these people are going to keep, complaining about like stacking, stuff like that, or people just enjoying the game the way it was meant to be played, with teams, with people, with friends, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be playing Call of Duty. You might want to go off to play Minecraft or build up a whole new following, playing My Little Pony if they have any games made of that. Call of Duty in itself is just a simple game. It's just a first-person shooter to go bang, bang, boom, and oh, you would have no plates? Let me shoot you a couple more times. I think the real argument we should be having is about skill-based damage. People don't want to believe me that it's real, but it is real to me. I swear I'll play a billion matches, and out of all of them, skill-based damage will be a thing. I don't know how many times it would be the same gun, same build, pretty much everything the same. You get into a shootout, like a gun match, and you lose, but they win. I've literally witnessed where me and another team member was constantly pecking them. And it will come up, this little white thing. Basically, you have no more plates, and you're just do-do-do-do-do, and you hear it making that noise that Call of Duty makes when you get hits. I'm talking about we're smoking this dude. Now, the only thing I could probably think about is maybe he had a stem, which I don't know very many that use stems. Most every kind of game I end up playing when we get matches is smokes and throwing knives because I use the shit out of them myself. But I think that's the biggest issue I think that should be talked about in general is skill-based damage really being a thing. A lot of people are proving it. A lot of people try to debunk it. I think it's a thing, to be honest. But hey, you know what? When we put the tinfoil hat on, I'll go ahead and be down that whole situation right there, considering it's real. So call it a schizo post, but skill-based damage is real to me. But yeah, I don't know what your thoughts is on this. At the same time, hey, just play the damn game. Enjoy it. Enjoy what you can. If you don't like it, go play Gunfight. If you don't like that, go play free-for-all. And stacking's a problem. Well, fuck, just go play fucking solos. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Hope everybody's having a good new year. Y'all have a good one.